Sabrina, how does it just feel to win another three-point contest? I think you're only the second player to eclipse 30. Well, first player to go back and hit 30 points. But just like, how does it feel to win today?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I haven't done this in a little while. So to be able to be back in, a shootout is always fun, especially with such great elite shooters. Like, you got to be able to, especially in that first round, put on a good enough performance to advance, and same in the second round. So just happy, honored. I think it was exciting, and hope the crowd had fun. Like, I think from the skills all the way to the three-point, it was just a great show. And the last time I did the three-point shootout in Vegas, like, it didn't feel like sold out. Like, now to be able to see how much, the W has evolved even from 2 years, for fans to be able to be a part of this weekend. And that includes everything, from the skills challenge to the three-point to the game. So it's a blessing to be here, and, trying to do my best to make as many as I can.
Sabrina, next question, front row center.
Hey, Sab, you talked to me the other day about trying to beat that record you had the other day, or a couple of years ago. You got hot for that stretch in the finals. Were you thinking, hey, basket's huge, that thing might start going in, you might approach it?
I mean, I honestly had no idea, I don't count, so I had no idea what I was at. Obviously, I knew I wasn't going to get it when I missed a few on the front end, but, I mean, I could have gotten close. I just missed some easy ones at the end. I think I knew I was, high up there, and I think I kind of locked out a little bit and started, listening into the crowd. And but, I mean, 30 is not too bad, so happy with 30 as well. Just want to, be where my feet are at, not beat myself up too much about not getting the record, and maybe I'll get it one day.
Sabrina, staying in the front row to your left.
Sabrina, congratulations. You know that in the history of basketball, when we talk about shooters, when we talk about legacy, that part of the way people measure it is things like these three-point contest wins and performances like this. And I just wonder, have you taken time to think about what doing things like this, what you did in 23, the battle with Steph, is going to mean for the way people think of you as a shooter in the history of this game?
I mean, I haven't thought too much about that. I think I just remember being a kid and always watching, these events and finding my favorite shooter just by watching. And I want to be able to be that person that, can show up when the time permits and be a part of All-Star Weekend, and kind of showcase to the world, how you can believe in yourself, how you can put the work in, and whether you win or not, it takes guts to be able to go out there when the lights are the brightest and it's just you and in front of all the, the crowd, to go out there and shoot. And you got to believe in yourself, and you got to, kind of fight your own demons when you get out there to stay positive. And I think for me, I hope it shows all, the young kids, young boys and girls from obviously the W All-Star, but also the one I did with Steph. You just got to believe in yourself, put the work in, and don't be afraid to go out there and put yourself at risk of failure.
Sabrina, front row, all the way to the right.
Tosh said that she's going to use the money for a down payment on her house. What are you going to use your money on?
Well, I told Sonia that I would give her half if I won when we were sitting on the bench, as being the only rookie, and she was nervous, and I was nervous for her, and so I obviously have to hold up my end of the bargain. So half is going to go to her. I got to text her and let her know that I'm going to give her half of it just for participating. That takes a lot of courage to be able to do that as a rookie, and what she did, and I was really proud of her. And then the other half will go to my foundation to continue to be able to give back in communities that mean a lot to me. I think I might have a limit on Venmo. I got to figure out how to exactly do that. I think I got to go pick up the check here somewhere, maybe cut it in half. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do that, but someone will help me.
Sabrina, staying in the front row center.
I think you can Zelle too. I think that.
Yeah? Okay. Maybe you can help me.
I'll see what I can do. When Natasha was up here, it was a lot of Liberty Bibberty. And I mean, just how special is it to have such a New York Liberty presence, not just in competing, but in winning these challenges as well?
Yeah, it's fun. I was so excited for her. We were talking about it before we even came out here, about being able to participate in it together and cheer each other on. And our teammates were happy in the locker room and telling us how they believed in us to win. And it's fun. It's exciting. I'd say it's gotten even more competitive. Like every single year, obviously money's on the line, but I think it's just almost like a pride thing as well, and a will to want to win. And for me to be able to share it with my teammate who I share the locker room with every day is really special. Like, she deserves to be in that competition every year. Her skill set is so amazing, and so I'm happy for her. I know that one means a lot to her family, and excited to be able to share that here with her today.
Sabrina, next question. Third row, slightly to your left.
Sabrina, I know next year's a long way off, but do you plan to come back and defend your title?
Wait, sorry, say that again?
I know next year's a long way off, but do you plan to come back and defend your title?
That's a long ways away. I'm not sure. We'll see just kind of how the season goes, how many games we're playing. There's a lot that's going to go into next year, but just trying to be where my feet are at.
Sabrina, staying on the left side, row 3, all the way to the side. Sabrina.
Hey, Sabrina, congratulations. Afterwards, you gave a shout out to Pau Gasol, who was sitting courtside. What does it mean to have someone like that in your corner?
Amazing. I mean, I was talking to his wife. I think they had a huge delay and might have not even made it. So really happy to see that they were able to come out, and he's supported me every step of the way. Like, we talk, we're really close. He's helped me on the mental part of the game, every aspect. And he's such a huge advocate for women's sports, and he's at the Olympics. He's here always supporting the W, and I think that's really important. And it shows, like, the W genuinely embraces him and loves him for the support that he's brought to our sport. And obviously for me, that's someone that's like family. So I love him and super happy that he was here. I told him that's probably the reason that I won, because he walked into the door. So really happy to see him.
All right, we have time for just a couple more. Sabrina, second row to your right.
Hey, Sabrina. What's it meant to have Natasha Cloud part of this locker room this year? What has she kind of brought to this team that maybe you may not have had last year or this season?
Yeah, it means everything. I mean, she continues to bring a different element to our team every single night. Her defensive intensity, her ability offensively to get down into the paint, drive and kick, leads our team in assists, I believe. And also, I'd say her kind of willingness to do everything. Whatever it takes, for the team to win is what she's going to be able to do every single night. And it takes like a pro's pro to be able to do that. And so we're obviously really happy she's on this side. I'm happy she doesn't have to defend me every single time we play against them anymore. And hopefully we can continue to just build great chemistry.
Sabrina, to your right in the second row. I'm sorry, standing to your right.
Hey, Sab.
Hey.
Tasha was here earlier talking about how there's just so much expectations and pressure put onto you to always compete and win every single time you're on the floor, whether that's the game or like in this case the 3-point contest. And she also talked about how proud she was that you overcame that, and you're giving her flowers now with this another trophy here. Just what are your reactions to that, and how's your relationship with Toshman this season?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously really appreciate that. Obviously, she knows me on a deeper level, just being able to share the locker room. And I think anyone who knows me, maybe from the outside, it doesn't seem like it, but obviously, like, I get really nervous for these things because I do put a lot of pressure on myself and wanting to perform for myself, but also for everyone who believes in me and, wants to see a show and understanding that I'm trying to continue to grow the game of basketball. And with doing stuff like this, I think it does that. And so, obviously, kind of being able to be where my feet are at, understand this is all part of the journey, and you're not at it alone. Being able to have like my support system, my teammates, my family all here supporting me means a lot to me, and obviously thankful to have come out with a win.
Sabrina, this will be our last question. Second row to the right.
Hey, Sam. Kind of a quick two-parter, but you talk about putting pressure on yourself. Was there any more pressure after Tosh wins the skills competition to try to get that back-to-back? And also this morning you said you had not shot off a rack at all in preparation for this. So how quickly were you able to kind of tap into that muscle memory?
No pressure with Tosh winning. At least it was going to be 50% from the field, one of two, if not. And no, I hadn't practiced until kind of right before we went out there. Maybe that's why I didn't get my record. But, I mean, obviously, I think it's just fun and exciting to be here. And I called Steph after and was showing the trophy off because last time he beat me when we were here in Indy. So it's just fun to be back here competing. Obviously, didn't do it last year. And so really happy to be able to be up here and put on a show for New York. Obviously, everyone back at home I know is cheering for us and supporting us and everything that we're doing, and I'm assuming we're going to get a really warm welcome when we go back.